Today on Forbes, how AI hype minted 2 new billionaires from a company with no revenue. As of Monday, the shares of 12-year-old nuclear fission company Oklo are up 47% over the previous week and more than 400% over the past 6 months, thanks to excitement around the potential for nuclear energy to power the AI boom. The most recent jump comes after the US and UK governments signed an agreement last week to invest some $350 billion into AI, quantum computing, and nuclear energy. Despite the jump, it's not yet clear the nuclear deals will benefit Oklo directly. The Santa Clara-based company also broke ground on its first nuclear power plant at the Department of Energy-controlled Idaho National Laboratory earlier this week. As of market close Monday, Oklo's market cap sits at $21 billion. Oklo's run-up makes husband and wife co-founders Jacob DeWitt, who is CEO, and Caroline Cochran, who is Chief Operating Officer, new billionaires. The couple founded the company in 2013, while DeWitt was a PhD student at MIT studying nuclear engineering. Cochran, who graduated from MIT with a master's degree in nuclear engineering in 2010, had just completed a stint as a marketing and engineering consultant. The name came from the uranium-rich mineral deposits at Oklo, Gabon, renowned for having undergone self-sustained fission 2 billion years ago. Each founder is now worth $1.7 billion per Forbes estimates, based on their combined 16% stake in Oklo and approximately $30 million from share sales. Cochran, who is 42 years old, is one of just 3 dozen self-made women billionaires in the US, and one of just 6 under 50. Despite its soaring stock and the fact that it just broke ground on its first power plant, the company has yet to generate any revenue and is still losing money, roughly $25 million in the second quarter and $55 million for the year ending in June. What it does have is a long-time relationship with US Secretary of Energy Chris Wright, who served on Oklo's board until he was confirmed to the government position in February. That in turn has likely helped secure the apparent blessing of Donald Trump. In May, in the Oval Office, where Trump signed executive orders to fast-track nuclear development, DeWitt told President Trump, quote, "The market needs this and wants this. Nuclear is a manifestation of energy dominance." The Department of Energy has since pushed an aggressive timetable for 3 new small-scale nuclear reactor designs to achieve first criticality by July 4, 2026. However, Oklo's relationship with the government hasn't always been sunny. In 2022, the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission rejected Oklo's reactor application, in part because Oklo didn't share enough information about its reactor with the commission. Now, at a time when the Energy Department is looking to support nuclear startups as energy alternatives, Oklo has the federal support it needs. It's now participating in a pilot program with the department born out of Trump's May executive orders. Oklo also has strong ties to Sam Altman, who co-founded and co-led Alt-C, the SPAC that took Oklo public last year. Altman also served as Oklo's board chair from 2015 to April of this year, when he stepped down, perhaps to make it easier for Oklo and OpenAI to pursue a deal, as Altman wrote in a statement, quote, "As Oklo explores strategic partnerships to deploy clean energy at scale, particularly to enable the deployment of AI." Altman is also a big shareholder, owning an estimated $880 million stake, most of which came from his buying founder shares in Alt-C for 0.002 cents per share back in 2021. That's a more than 70,000x return on investment, perhaps even his best yet. Also involved in Alt-C was OpenAI's Chief Operating Officer, Brad Lightcap, though it's unclear if he still has a role in Oklo. Oklo's long-term aim is to generate nuclear energy via fast fission power plants, which use faster-moving neutrons to split atomic nuclei and thus generate energy, rather than the conventional reactors that use slower neutrons and often water. Oklo plans to design, own, build, and operate these reactors itself. Oklo is also focusing on small-scale reactors, which the Department of Energy has touted as more capital efficient and flexible, but critics who want more research done say could generate more waste. For full coverage, check out Phoebe Liu and Christopher Hellman's piece, on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.